custom texture.
In this video, we show how to create and use custom textures for rendering. First, let's go ahead and create a texture that we'd like to add to our picnic table design bench. We're going to use Copilot's text-to-image capability. To do so, we're going to go to Copilot and the predefined prompts, which has a section just for text-to-image examples. One of them is an example pine texture. Let's use that to start with. And we'll modify it. We're going to remove the prominent description of the grain, and we're also going to change it to be, instead of uneven, we'll change it to be even. All right, once you get your prompt all set up, go ahead and hit apply. Now, if you look in the Copilot documentation, you'll find some examples on how to improve your prompts. Okay, it's come up with a couple examples for us. Let's go ahead and copy the image into our paste buffer, and then I'm going to go over to preview, and I'm going to do a new from clipboard. Alright, this is going to put both those textures into preview, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to crop one of these. And so I'll go to do edit, select all, and I like the top one, so I'm going to pick this top section to crop out like so, and then I'll just select crop. And oh, I got a little white band up there. Let's do that again, and let's pull it down a little bit more, and now hit crop, and then go to save, and we'll call this light oak. We'll call light oak 5. And now let's go back over to our model. And what we want to do is show how we get that into TurboCAD Mac. So we're going to go to our photo render library. We're going to pick the photo render settings, and we'll go to textures. We're going to use base color, and we're going to use user, and we're going to go from file. And then we will select light oak 5 and click open. And then what we'll do is we're going to select everything in my file, and now that light oak that we just created is now stored in your user custom folder, where we can go and we can pick it. Here it is, light oak 5, and I'm going to hit apply, and this will now get assigned to the objects in my file. Next, what I'd like to do is show you a couple of tips related to using custom textures in your model. Let's zoom up on this bench, and let me show you some parameters that we have available once we have a texture associated with a model. Let's go ahead and select our bench top, and then using the photo render settings dialog box, let's select textures, and then we can see the current texture, light oak 5, that's been assigned to it. And now we have 4 different options over here that we can tweak our settings with our texture, including gain, which is an intensity associated with your texture, a rotation is whether you want it horizontal, vertical, for example, or you want to change the scale along the U or the V axis of the texture. One other way you can control some of the display of your textures is to go to your post effects. Post effects has the ability to set a gamma associated with your model. This will correct bright, dark, contrasting regions in your image. And you can also turn on tone mapping, which will kind of balance the light out throughout your image. One other tip regarding custom textures is now when you import a SketchUp file, all of your SketchUp textures are automatically placed in your user custom folder. And don't forget, you can use Copilot to examine your file for what textures are used and where those files are located. Simply ask it to list all the textures and scene data in your file. And here it lists each of the entities with its texture, the path, and the name. And then of course there's also your scene data, what you're using for your background image and what you're using for your HDRI.
Thanks for watching.